What if the CIA already found evidence of a civilization that existed long before recorded history? A civilization advanced, powerful, and completely forgotten. Not under the ocean, not buried in Antarctica, but right in the middle of the Sahara Desert. It's called the Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat structure, a massive spiral formation in Mauritania, about 50 kilometers across. From space, it looks like a bullseye burned into the earth. In the 1960s, during a mission called Project Magnet, the CIA launched aerial surveys over this region. Officially, they were studying magnetic anomalies, but part of the mission involved closely examining the Richat structure. What they found? Still classified. The publicly released report? 1 page long, with major parts blacked out. That's the kind of thing you expect when something is discovered that challenges everything we know about history. The Richat first caught attention in 1965. NASA astronauts aboard the Gemini 4 mission noticed strange circular patterns in the Sahara from orbit. When scientists on Earth investigated, they found nearly perfect concentric rings of rock, older layers at the center, younger layers outside. A formation so precise, it doesn't look random, it looks designed. But by what? Geologists can't agree. One theory says it was caused by a meteorite, but there's no crater, no debris, and the land is totally flat. Another theory claims it was a volcanic dome that eroded over time, but there's no volcanic rock anywhere in the structure. And then there's a third idea, one that mainstream science dismisses entirely, that the Eye of the Sahara might be the remains of Atlantis. It sounds outrageous, but stick with it. In the 1960s, around the same time the Richat was being investigated, the CIA also classified a book written by one of their own, The Adam and Eve Story by John Thomas. The book discusses global cataclysms, pole shifts, and a civilization wiped out by a massive flood. One part describes a ring-shaped city in the Sahara, built by powerful and intelligent people. The book calls that city Atlantis. That city was said to be built in concentric rings of land and water. It was fertile, wealthy, and completely self-sufficient. It had bridges, gates, canals, and defenses. And then, in a single day, it was wiped out by a cataclysmic flood. Now compare that to the Richat. The structure is ringed, massive, and was once surrounded by water. There are salt deposits in the area, as well as marine fossils, including whales, fish, manatees, and sea turtles, found deep in the Sahara. That's not theory, that's physical evidence. This area wasn't always desert. It used to be green, full of lakes and rivers. One of those rivers, the ancient Tamanrasset, once flowed straight through this region. It could have made the Richat an island or coastal city thousands of years ago, exactly what Plato described. And the matches don't stop there. Plato said Atlantis was built with red, black, and white stones. Those exact types of stones are found all around the Richat area. He said it was rich in metals like copper, iron, and gold, all of which Mauritania still exports today. Artifacts have been discovered near the outer edges of the structure. Arrowheads, tools, what appear to be ship components. Not in the center, but in the outer rings, just like Plato described for military barracks. And in nearby Morocco, archaeologists found skeletal remains in a cave called Taferalt. The DNA in those bones doesn't fully match modern humans or even known ancient populations. It's close, but different, a branch of humanity that seems to have vanished. Some legends describe the people of Atlantis as giants with unique features, 6 fingers, strange eyes, and advanced knowledge. Egyptian hieroglyphs show images resembling helicopters and submarines. Myths say the Atlanteans helped build the pyramids, or that Egypt was once one of their colonies. Then there's the name itself. North of the Richat are the Atlas Mountains. To the west is the Atlantic Ocean. Roman maps from 2,000 years ago mark this part of Africa with the word Atlante. That's not a myth, that's recorded geography. So what are we looking at? A perfectly circular structure that matches Plato's description in size, layout, and location. Fossils that prove it was once underwater. Artifacts that match the type of tools a ringed coastal city would need. DNA evidence of a lost population. And a string of coincidences that keep pointing back to one thing. This may have been Atlantis. Which brings us back to the CIA. They studied this site, classified the aerial surveys, buried the full findings of Project Magnet. They also classified the Adam and Eve story, which links directly to a ringed city destroyed by flooding. Why all the secrecy? If Atlantis was real, if a highly advanced civilization existed before our recorded history, it would rewrite everything we've been taught about. The origins of humanity, science, and civilization. Maybe that's why the CIA keeps it locked up. Not because it's fantasy, but because it's not. What do you think? Comment below. And if you found this video interesting, make sure you hit the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.